See if we can get a video in before the girls argue or fight with each other or need me to do something. The Big Bear 400, we actually had it running. We did a few runs to grab logs with it and stuff. It was spitting and sputtering, so carb needs clean again or kind of dirty gas or something, I'm guessing. I have a filter on it. I'm gonna probably tomorrow or the next day I'm gonna go get a bigger gas line because this is kind of skinny gas line, so maybe it's not getting enough fuel flow, maybe. And this line started leaking when I was trying to start it up because we would have kept doing log runs with it, but it started heating up really hot. The engine got really hot, and I was like, oh, we're gonna park it and I waited for it to cool down and everything. I checked the oil and barely had any oil. Put 1.5 liters in it earlier. She seems to be full now. I did that about a half an hour ago, something like that. I've been sitting around waiting, and I don't see any oil leaks. There's one right there, but that's where I set the funnel after I was filling it up, so nothing under the engine. Seems good for now. I always worry when I get a used four-wheeler if like they let all the oil drain out of a hole that's in the engine and then sold me the bike. You know, it's a little bit of a worry, but it doesn't seem that that's the case. And I got this off of a friend that I grew up with. His dad was like the assistant coach for my wrestling team. Well, our school wrestling team, I should say. But it's turning out all right. I got some more blue paint and green paint to get off of it, but besides that, it's doing pretty well. I'm probably going to keep it like this tannish color, because it's going to be a working four-wheeler. I'm going to put new grips and a seat cover on it, and I'll do little things here and there to it to make it better. The next big thing is carrying logs with it, ordering the U-joint for the four-wheel drive, so it could be four-wheel drive instead of just two-wheel drive. And it's a little different going from the Prairie 400, which is automatic, to the Yamaha Big Bear 400, because it is kind of like a standard, but not. Like, you can over rev it. Like, if you don't shift it out of first and second, you know, it's gonna over rev, have a chance to, you know, messing stuff up. So, like, you have to shift, but kinda it's lenient. I think that's the front brake or the back brake. It's sticking, so I don't think it's the clutch. I'm gonna have to find out a little bit more. This is the first Big Bear that I've gotten up running and planning on using and flipping. Yeah, I usually stay with the tinier four-wheelers and, well, the two-wheel drives and stuff like that. This is kind of starting to venture into like the four-wheel drives and bigger bikes and stuff. Show you the Prairie. We had a little fire the other day, roasted some hot dogs. Got her apart. I feel bad for her. It's a great running bike, and that's why, you know, I parked it and started working on the rear end of it. Guess the swing arm bearings are bad. They're super bad. once I get that swing arm off there, I'll do like a small video showing how bad the bearings are. I'm pretty sure in this side there's no bearings, so just the case is there, I think, and it's messing up the carrier in there, which with the new bearing set I get a new carrier, so that won't be too bad. I just hope that it's not too difficult to get everything out of there. I'm having a problem with that bolt because I don't have the size socket. I think it's a 29 because I measured it and that's what it said. It's 29 millimeters. So we'll see. And I can't get that hub off over here. It seems to be seized, so I'm gonna have to take my torch, heat it up, hang it off there. I haven't really too much worried about it because I have to get the whole swing arm off. So I figured I'd get the whole swing arm off, and then I'd put that in that axle in a vise, heat that up and beat it out, because then that way there won't be no give. All the impact will be going straight to the hub. So our gas is running thin. I just put the last little bit in the Big Bear the other day. We're going today to get 5 gallons, and then probably tomorrow I'll get another 10. So we'll have 15 gallons altogether. Because hopefully I'll be able to find that socket size, get all this off this weekend and stuff, do a couple videos for y'all. And we'll have both four-wheelers running, up and running and hauling. And then this line's leaking on the splitter, so I need to get a new line for it. It's like the month of everything breaking down. Jay's tent's been doing well. He's out there. I don't know if y'all can see him out there, but he's out there moving some logs. I got the 2 toddlers, so I gotta stay up by the house and work on stuff. Oh, left the key on. Yeah, it's got the gas off right now, and then started it 2 times, but it's starting up and then dying, so most likely it's a fuel issue. So carb or bigger gas line. And I'm going to try the bigger gas line first because I cleaned the crap out of that carb. And this was the second time I cleaned the carb. So, well, actually like third time. But the first time, I was just kind of like cleaning it. Because I wasn't really too worried about the Big Bear. I got it in case I couldn't get the Prairie up and running in time. But I got the Prairie up and running, and then the rear end started messing up. So I had to focus on the Big Bear more, of getting it up and running and riding. Now she's up and running and riding, but she's a project. So getting her up and running and using her, found out about the oil and stuff, which I feel kind of dumb. I should have checked it very first. But the next thing for it is getting a 4-wheel drive to work, and then grip, seat. I might end up spending the money and getting plastic for it, but then I'd sell this plastic or give it away, as like a giveaway. Because I've spent a decent amount of time cleaning up this plastic and everything. Yeah, it looks pretty decent. But after I tinker with everything, fix everything and stuff, I kind of, my OCD starts taking over. So if I end up keeping this through the winter, by springtime or summer, This is going to be almost a brand new bike. Because after I get the four-wheel drive working and stuff, I might not even get grips and seat for it yet. I might get new tires for the back because that one's dry rotted but holds air. And this one holds air but not very much, and it's dry rotted too. They have good grip. So I'm probably going to fix flat this one. And as long as they last, they last. But I know that I have to, at some point, I'm going to have to get new or slightly used tires. And I'll probably go with new tires. The front tires are nice. They're not dry rotted. They got nice tread and they're ITPs. I think they're good. They say they're mud tires, but I kind of think that they're just normal tires, really. Yeah, I've priced the back tires. I think I'm around $250 for both back tires that size. But I googled the what tires are supposed to be on the back there. The front tires are right size and everything. The back, at some point, they put different rims and tires on this that's supposed to be on here. They probably did that so they didn't have to spend money. They probably just had tires sitting around and the rims bolted up, which is fine. I'll end up probably getting tires just for these rims and paying the tire shop to change them. Because to buy rims and tires, getting up there in price. Which I might end up doing. I'm going to clean up all the black plastic, rejuvenate it so it's good plastic and everything. I'll keep working on getting that paint off and everything. Just when it's sitting here and I don't have gas to run it or it's not running quite right and stuff, I end up doing little things here and there to it. And that's why I had to get rid of the Bayou so that I could stop focusing on it and focus more on the Big Bear because it's going to be one of our workhorses. I like it. There's our wood pile so far. I know it's hard to kind of tell, but that's about the top back there is probably about 12, 14 foot. And then it comes out about 5 or 6 foot. We don't have this stacked up all the way. It's kind of like steps because we stack the back high, then the next row, then the next row. So then that way we don't have a huge problem getting up there and stacking the last pieces and stuff. So we've been doing this for a few years now. Piece of my siding came down. But there's a wood pile's gonna be probably 3 times the size, maybe 4 times the size of last year. Jake got here and he's just been doing awesome. Check out his YouTube. It's Day Grind. I think capital D. I'll put his link in the description and stuff. Okay, guys. I didn't really show the dirt bike because we got to cover it up and haven't made a decision about if I'm going to get the valves on eBay or I'm going to try to pay the new price. The new price is expensive. I haven't even checked, but I know it's going to be over $100 for valves, which is kind of crazy to think about. But these shops are going to end up going out of business and they're going to end up doing everything online because them having storefronts and stuff, they're just charging people too much. It's hard to compete with online stuff. Okay, guys. Till next time. All the 660 clones sitting right there. She is done a lot of work since I got her. Paid $200 for it. It was slightly used, but it had a bar and chain on it. It wasn't fully broken yet. I think it might be broken now. I'll run this tank through it, and then I'll be pretty positive that it's broken. No problems yet. My thoughts about it is it's a great saw. You know, I was using a 56cc steel MS290 at Farm Boss. So going from 56 cc's to 93, I think it is. It might be 92. I just got it, so it's quite a big difference in power and weight. Like, me carrying that around, like, this is probably the biggest saw I'm gonna get. I might get one of the 120cc Huskies or something, or I think they're 102 or something like that. I don't know. I think they're 120s because it's like 1120 or something like that. But might get one of those because Jay ran that saw too, and he did great with it. You know, so we're probably going to get another big saw up in the 90 or 100cc range. And we've talked a couple times about maybe doing a giveaway for the MS290 because it's been around since the start of the channel, and it's a one of a kind. Well, there's plenty of MS290s, but it started all this. You know, it was the first saw that I got. Kind of learned with it and stuff. Learned more. So, might give subscribers a chance to get it. Because I don't have very many subscribers, so what I might do is kind of like a raffle ticket thing. Like, buy a ticket for like $2 to $5 or something, and that's one chance to enter. You know, but you can buy as many as you want or something, you know, so you could get the MS290 for a couple bucks, you know. Figured that, and me and Jay would probably sign it and stuff. We're just talking about it, so let us know in the comments if that's something y'all guys would like to do. And I'd do the raffle thing because I don't know if everybody wants a chance to get it and stuff, so that way people will kind of be like, yeah, I want a chance to win it. Alright guys, till next time, peace.